Kaiser here, and welcome to Peaks Flicks Reading and Writing. Today is day 4. Let's get started. All right, friends. Now, today's reading teaching point is I can stop and study each page. Now, we have been doing this for the past 2 days, right? We did this yesterday where we stopped and studied a section of the book, and we're going to continue doing that today. Let me minimize my camera view so that you can see my work here. So today we will do just that, friends. We're going to stop and study. Remember, when we stop and study, we're going to look at the pictures. We're going to look at the title, right? Or the heading, the labels, and we're going to read the words. We're going to stop and really study each of the page because we can learn through all the different text features that that page and that section of the book shows us. That's what makes nonfiction so unique, friends. We don't only just learn through the words, we also learn through the labels and the photographs. Let's get started. All right, friends. So this is our famous, right, nonfiction text feature, the table of contents. This is in most of our nonfiction books. Some nonfiction books do not have this, but most of the nonfiction books do. And so as you see my circled page, we are going to focus on the pups grow up, right? That section, that heading, pups grow up. And that's from page 12 to page 15. Okay, we're only going to stop and study there. All right, let's start. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move my camera here so that you can see the book, right? All right, so pups grow up. So remember, I'm a visual person. I really like to dive into that photograph and look at all the labels and the pictures and the different things around the photograph so that I can support my reading when I read the words. Okay, so here I see a very different shark. I haven't really seen this shark before. And thanks to the author, she included a label and it's called Nurse Shark. Wow. You see why labeling is very important, friends. We know what type of shark we're talking about, right? There's so many different types of shark. So I really love when that author includes that label. And that's going to be something that we're going to carry over into our writing in a few days from now. All right. So here I see that there is a photograph of the nurse shark and it's doing something. Gee, I don't know if it's eating something. I'm not sure. All right. Well, let's read the words. When shark pups grow up, they are awesome predators. Oh, that's a big expert words, friends. We're going to dive into expert words in our future lessons. So keep that in mind. Expert word. That is a very big $1 million expert word. They have many ways to sense their prey. Did you know a shark can smell blood from miles away? I didn't know that. That's amazing. That's a fact that I'm going to put in my tool. Maybe I can add that in my writing. That is really cool. Can you believe that? That a shark can smell blood from miles away. Wow, that's very impressive. It can smell 1 drop of blood in 25 million drops of ocean. Whoa, 1 drop of blood and that much of ocean? That is a very big comparison. That is very impressive. I noticed that the author included a word bites, which is kind of like a definition of words. Now, they mentioned 2 very important expert words here that are $1 million, right? That's predator and prey. So let's see what they said about that, right? Let's see what the author defines those words as. So it says predators, animals that eat other animals. So the shark is a predator. It eats other animals. Let's find out what a prey is. Prey, animals that are eaten by other animals. So you are a prey if you are eaten by another animal. But if you're an animal that eats other animals, then you are called a predator. So a shark is definitely a predator. Now, there are many ocean animals that actually eat sharks. So sharks are actually predators, but they're also preys. But that's for another lesson, okay? That is something that I know because I love learning about sharks. All right, so Let's read and let's stop and study another page. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my camera view so that you can see the picture. Whoa, that is a very cool picture. It's scary. I would not like to be that animal there, but it's very graphic because we can see how this shark is taking a bite, right? And this is a different type of shark, thanks to the author, again, using those nonfiction tech features, friends. That is very impressive and very important. The author included another label. This shark is called the great white shark, and that's probably the most popular shark. When you think of sharks, you think of the great white shark, and that's what the picture of the cover is here. That's what you think of, but there's so many different types of sharks out in the ocean. This just happens to be the great white shark. So let's read the words now. Sharks can see better than humans can. Even in deep, dark water, a shark can see its prey. Wow. Sharks take a test bite of prey before eating. Their taste buds tell them if the prey is fat enough to eat. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that sharks take just a little bite to make sure that this is the food they want to eat. Wow, very interesting. You see why it's important to stop and study, friends? And it's so good to just kind of go in chunks. You don't have to necessarily read the entire book in one day. You can stop and study each part as you go throughout the days. All right. Well, you know what that means, friends. It's your turn. Get your book baggie out. I want you to stop and study each page in your nonfiction book. Okay? Remember, it doesn't have to be the entire page. Entire book. I want you to stop and study one of the topics, right? One of the subtopics, rather, one of the headings of the book. And look at the pictures. I want you to look at all those nonfiction tech features, which is the labels, the photographs, if there are captions, if there are different things that the author included in the book. I want you to go ahead and stop and study. Okay. Now, whatever you learn, put it in your pocket, because if that book is the same topic that you're writing about, maybe you can include that in your writing as well. All right. Now, don't forget, friends, pause this video, come back in 5 minutes. Make sure you stop and study, learn something new so that we can include that in our writing later on. Stop and study, 5 minutes, come back. All right. Hi, friends. Welcome back. I hope you stopped and studied a page or a section in your book. I hope you learned something new as well, as I'm sure you did. Now, we're going to dive right into writing. This is our writing teaching point. I can write one fact I know about my topic that is different. Now, the last 2 days, we have been writing different topics, right, in our writing journal. As you know, we have been working on the same topic, friends. We're just adding more and more to our writing. So that was day 1 of our writing. Then this was another day. Now, today, we're going to write another fact that we know about our topic. Let's get right into it. All right, let me go ahead and maximize. All right, today we will write another fact we know about our topic. Let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and change my camera view. Oh, actually, before I do that, I want to tell you what I want to write. Okay, now, in that section that we stopped and studied, since my topic is on sharks, it's only right that I write something that I learned. I thought that we learned so many different things where we stopped and studied in that section. But one thing that stands out is the fact that sharks can smell blood from miles away. That is so beyond impressive, friends, because that's very difficult to do. I wouldn't be able to smell something from miles and miles away. That's very, very impressive that they have very strong sense of smell, right? And they can do that in the water. It's very cool. So I am going to write that. I'm going to write, sharks can smell blood from miles away. Watch me. Now I'm going to change my camera view. All right. Turn my camera around. That was from day 2, from the previous day. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop. Turn to a clean new page. Let me zoom in so you can really see my writing. So I'm going to start here. Now remember, we begin with a capital letter. Okay. So I'm going to write, Sharks. Shh. That has a digraph, SH, right? Sharks can. Do you notice how I'm stretching those sounds out as I write? It's very important to stretch your sounds out so that it helps your spelling. Sharks can smell. L. Blood. Sharks can smell blood. Blood. From miles away. And that is the end. Can you see it? There it is. Sorry about that. Away. And I'm going to end my sentence with a period. Good writers go back to reread their writing to make sure that it looks right and sounds right. Ready? Sharks can smell blood from miles away. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and change my camera view so you can see me. Hi. All right. Now you will do the same thing, okay? Let me minimize so that you can see what you're doing today. Now, friends, your turn. You're going to grab that writing journal, very similar to what we have here. You're going to open to a nice clean page and write one fact that you know on a new page, okay? Just like I did, all right? Now, your fact can be different. Your fact can be the same. I would like for you to use your mentor text if you have a nonfiction book that you're using in your book baggie. Write something new that you learned from your stopping and studying from reading. All right, that's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate this during the summer. All right, so make sure you write one fact and come back tomorrow. Okay, until then, have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.